Hello student, this is Rui Khan and today we are going to discuss about a very important topic. Remember student, as a student of law, one examination, that is a DGS examination, always fascinated almost all the aspirant of law. Now the question arises, if you have already set up your dream to become a judicial officer in Delhi, then how you are going to start your preparation from at the point when you are already doing your law. Now the question arises that how to demarcate and settle the time duration that all the important subjects are covered within the reasonable time. So we are going to provide you series of videos in which first of all we will try to make a balance between what are the major subjects which are asked in the prelim examination as well as mains examination. Then we will focus on how many subjects which are coming from minor laws, we will deal about that subjects also. Then another important subject, which means to say GK and GS, we will also discuss a detailed discussion on particular video. So this is our first video on DGS examination strategy. We have taken all the major subjects which are asked in the prelim stage as well as in the mains examination. So when we are going to start with the DGS preparation, first questions comes into mind, which are the subjects that we should start with our preparation. So remember student, with the experiences we share with you that first of all try to make a standard commands over your major subjects. Now question comes, what are the major subjects which are asked in the DGS examination in the prelims and mains. So we are sharing this information with you. In the prelims stage, this is actually the first stage in the DGS examination. We are dealing with how many major subjects are asked there. Remember student, we are just taking only the major subjects asked in prelims. So this is not only the subjects which are exclusive asked in the prelim examination. I am saying that these are the major subjects which are having ample number of questions in the prelim stage. So if you have completed your major portions, then most of the strategy means 50 to 60% preparation already has been completed. Now coming to the subjects, then I will start with first law, which is a grandam of our constitution, which is the supreme law of the country, that is the Constitution of India. So the Constitution of India is asked with lots of questions which are from bare act, which is also asked from principles, legal maxims, some landmark judgments and some recent case laws. So we are having the ample number of questions from the Constitution of India. You need to focus first of all when you are starting with the preparation with the Constitution of India, which is already taught to you in during your law, during your LLB also. Now second important major subject is, that is Code of Civil Procedure Code. This law is simply a procedural law in civil matters. It will deal with all kinds of procedure including sections as well as orders. So basically this law is having a detailed complete provisions which takes lots of time, because if you want to understand the CPC, you just don't need to focus only sections. You need to read and go through the orders in parallel to the sections. So now coming to the next section which is asked is, that is the Code of Criminal Procedure. Criminal Procedure Code is a procedural law in criminal matters. It is also asked with lots of questions. Some questions from FIR, some questions from investigation, some are from the trial and some appeal, revision and reference. So these are the questions which may be asked. There are some questions which are directly coming from interpretation. What is complaint, what is inquiry, what is investigation, all etc. etc. Now coming to the next law, which is a major law actually, that is Indian Penal Code. That Indian Penal Code is actually a penal law which talks about the substantive law dealing with the definitions and punishment of the offences. This law having much more number of questions in the DGS prelim examination. Then Indian Evidence Act, which seems to always be an adjective law, and it is also a procedural law. It deals with the evidences, relevant facts, fact in issue, how the evidence to be recorded, etc. etc. So there are many questions which are coming from the Indian Evidence Act. These are the actually subjects which are the major subjects in the prelims. So these are the major subjects that you need to focus when you start your preparation in the prelim stage. There are some other laws which are minor only, but अगर आप सबसे ज़्यादा फोकस करोगे when you start with your preparation, तो ये वो subjects हैं जिनको आप बिल्कुल भी अवॉइड नहीं करोगे. You will give sufficient time to understand the complexities, the case laws, the legal maxims, the development which is happening around. Because as I always tell to the Delhi students, the aspirants of Delhi judiciary, that the question coming in the DGS examination are not just to cram. The facts are not just to be crammed, but there needs to be a conceptual clarity. So one by one, when you are going to start with the preparation, first of all just take the Constitution of India. It will take a lot of time, but yes, when you give sufficient time in the constitutional questions, your command will be stronger, and then you will get the flow in the provision of the Constitution. Coming to the Civil Procedure Code, it is always said to be the complex subject for the student, but it is not as complex as we feel, because reason being, Civil Procedure Code, if it is to be connected with some other provisions of law, it will be easy to be understood. Now when we talk about the Indian Penal Code, Indian Evidence Act, the Criminal Procedure Code, all these are the focus subjects which you need to have a very good command. If you have a very good command over these subjects, then around 60% journey of your struggle is already finished during a prelims. So if you are starting with the prelims, there are two parts. One, that is GK, that is I am not dealing with in this video, I am just dealing with the law subjects, and in law subject we are categorizing into two, that is one major, other that is minor. So the questions coming for the major laws or 60%, 50 to 60% questions coming from these laws. So all the students are advised, starting with your preparation, just focus only in these 5 laws. These 5 laws, if having good command, you will get the good commands in cracking your prelim examination. Now coming to the next stage, that we talk about the mains examination. When we talk about mains examination student, there are some different subjects: civil law paper 1, civil law paper 2, criminal law paper 1 from language, and GK GS. When you are going to start with your mains preparation, as I always advise my student, ki never wait for the result of prelims, that once you realize it, now I have already secured the sufficient cutoff, then if you are going to start your preparation, it will become tough for you. So during your preparation for the prelims, you should start with the main subject. Now coming to the main subject, the first, that is civil law paper 1. As I have already told you, I am just focusing about these major subjects, not to the minor. So there are some minor subjects, there are some questions coming from the minor subjects too, for which I will deal a separate video on the basis of the minor laws. The first subject, which is a minor subjects in civil law paper 1, that is the Transfer of Property Act. The Transfer of Property Act, which is a very important subject which deals with the transfer of property, especially the immovable property, but there are some general principles which also applies to the movable property. So this is the Transfer of Property Act, which is to be read together with Indian Registration, means presently the Registration Act of 1908. Now we will deal with personal laws. The 2 personal laws are covered in DGS. One, that is Hindu law, other that is Muslim law. So there are ample number of questions which are asked from Hindu law as well as Mohammedan law. So these are the 3 focus subjects which are to be asked in civil law paper 1. Okay, student. Now coming to the another subjects in the mains, that is civil law paper 2. In civil law paper 2, only 2 major subjects are covered, rest are the minor subjects. Now what are the 2 major subjects which are covered in the civil law paper 2? Focus student here, that is the Code of Civil Procedure, and the next one is Indian Evidence Act. Indian Evidence Act, which deals with the evidences. So it is, yes, it is a procedural law and it is covered under civil law paper 2. Remember student, this law is having much more value than the others. Reason being, it is not simply asked in civil law paper 2, it is also asked in criminal law paper. So if you are going to start with Indian Evidence Act, when you are preparing with the mains examination, आपका सबसे ज़्यादा जो focus subject होगा, that will be इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट, क्योंकि इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट आपको सिविल लॉ पेपर 2 में भी मिलेगा और इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट आपको क्रिमिनल लॉ में भी मिलेगा. सो इफ यू स्टार्टेड, यू हैव अ गुड कमांड ऑन इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट, it will help in 2 papers in Delhi Judiciary Mains. Now, when we talk about criminal law paper, because I already covered this civil law paper 1, civil law paper 2. Now, coming to this criminal law, that is paper number 3rd. Indian Evidence Act, as the name suggests, it is a panel law. So, this is the subject which is a focused major subject in criminal law paper number 3rd. Now, coming to another important subject, which is Indian Evidence Act. As I told you that Indian Evidence Act is not just coming in the civil law paper 2, it is also coming in the criminal law paper 3. Now, next procedural law, which is a criminal procedure code, it is in civil criminal law paper number 3. So, these are the subjects which are the major subjects and asked in the mains examination of Delhi. Now, the question arises when you already have gone through that what are the major subjects which are to be covered for the prelim examination, what are the major subjects which are to be covered for the mains examination, then your preparation should start only with these focus subjects. So, starting with the preparation with the major laws, if you are having a good command, it will strengthen your preparation in DGS examination. Now, the question comes, then what kind of nature, what kind of questions are asked in the prelims and mains? So, I am just giving you 3 categories of question. One, that is legal provision directly, it might be possible that I am just asking about prelims. So, that is legal provision which is directly, legal provision is asked under which section the confession is defined. Actually, confession is not defined in any other section of Indian Evidence Act. So, there will be one more option, that is none of the above. So, you need to go through legal provisions including sections, orders and especially the articles. Now, other type of question will be conceptual questions. Conceptual plus illustration based questions in the prelim examination, right? So, illustration based simply says that they might be asked that one illustration from 299 of IPC is given to you and the question is asked whether it is hurt, whether it is grievous hurt, it is culpable homicide amounting to murder or it is culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So, when you are going to go through the barracks, you should also focus what kind of illustrations are usually asked in DGS examination. There are some particular legal provision which are very favorite for DGS and the usually illustration comes from these provisions again and again repeatedly. Another kinds of questions are based on case laws. Remember student, in the prelim they ask you 2 kinds of case laws. One, that is landmark, other that is recent. So, as I told you, when you are focusing with the major subjects, your preparation should be categorized in these ways. Start with the legal provision, again and again try to cram these facts under which section this is provided, then go through the conceptual clarity, underline those illustrations which are very important for the examination purpose, then just come to the last point, that is case laws. Then you should prepare for the case laws which are landmark and recent. Now, coming to the mains strategy. Mains strategy in the DGS is in same situation, but actually these mains questions are fact based questions. So, generally the nature of the question is just like judgment writing. They may give you a complete problem. And after this complete problem, they will ask you decide. It means that you need to apply if the provision is, if the problem is coming from personal laws, if the problem is coming from family matters, then you will start from Hindu law, Muslim law to which the parties are governed with. Then you should apply other laws. Other laws means whether Indian Evidence Act is to be applied, you should apply Indian Evidence Act, Civil Procedure Code, legal provisions, personal laws, and then try to complete on the basis of legal provision plus case laws, finally conclude the answer. So, usually in the mains examination, in your major subjects this kind of question is asked. Suppose I am just giving you the example of transfer of property act. A and B has entered into the contract. There is a contract that B will deliver the property to A in particular period of time. The contract was breached by A, then B comes to the court of law. There are many facts from A side, there are many facts from B side. Now the question arises, decide to whom you will get the remedy. So you will go through whole the problems, try to read again and again the facts, and then try to inculcate, underline what are the issues, and then on the issues you will try to apply the legal provisions and case laws and decide the matters. So it is only possible in the major laws when you have complete and whole commands on the major subject. So this was all that my focus in this video was, that what are the major subjects for preparing your DGS examination, how to start with it, and how should maintain this discipline of preparing prelims and mains together. I hope this video will have been helpful for you so that you will start your preparation in a right direction. Thanks for watching this video.